Hey guys, Metal Viking 82 here, back with yet another Viking Orations. Got another review for you yet today, a little bit on the more extreme side of the spectrum of heavy metal. And today I'm going to be talking to you about the debut album from the band Kill Division, entitled Peace Through Tyranny. Out now on Redefining Darkness Records. Now, if you're not familiar with Kill Division, they are a death metal slash grindcore band out of Florida, formed back in 2021, featuring Gus Rios on guitars. He is formerly of Resurrection, who is a band that is very underrated in my opinion. He was formerly in Divine Empire, among other things. You have Jeremy Kling on the bass. He is in Rib Spreader, Inhuman Condition, among others. Dirk Verburen. Hopefully I pronounced your name right. If not, I apologize. He's in Cadaver. He used to be in Aborted, among others. And finally, Kyle Simmons on vocals. He is, of course, formerly of Malevolent Creation. He was in Hate Plow, among others. As I said, this is the band's debut full-length album. It is 11 tracks, just a couple of ticks over 24 minutes in length. And honestly, before I received the promo for this album, which I did receive a promo long before I picked up the CD, just had not gotten around to actually doing a review for it just yet. But I honestly knew nothing about this band. I didn't even know they were in existence until I got this promo. But once I looked into them and I saw the pedigree of the members here, because besides the ones that I listed for them, each member's probably got a listing of bands underneath them about that big. Yeah, I was sure this was going to be really good, and was I ever right? Great guitar work all over this album, and I love the tone that they got for it. Fast-paced, kind of thrashy at times, riffing with some more, mid-paced sections, and the band definitely writes some headbangable grooves throughout this album as well. A good example of that, track number 3, Thin the Herd. The opening riff there, mixed with the double bass underneath of it, really gets the head moving. It's like, as soon as that starts, you're just like, yeah, I like that. Jeremy's bass is, nice and thick tone. And while it's not too high up in the mix, it's easily heard, laying down a really solid backbone for all the songs. And it even has just a little bit of a twang to it, which, of course, I really like. I always love when the bass not only is thick, but it has just that slight twang to it. But when you get to track number 5, Freak, the bass does come just a little more forward in the mix briefly at about the 1 minute mark, with a really cool little riff before it settles back into the mix, continue to lay down that backbone. Really cool little bit right there. Solid drum production and performance here from Dirk. I mean, the guy is just a beast on drums. I pretty much love everything I've heard him play on. Lots of nice patterns, rolls, and fills. Absolutely killer sounding blast beats, and I love his double bass work. And honestly, the blasts and the double bass work on here, to me, give off a real Malevolent Creation vibe. It's like every time he started going into a blast section, I couldn't help but think of Malevolent Creation. Yeah, now vocally, I think Kyle sounds as great as ever, in my opinion, with his kind of, it's like a mix of a growl slash roar mixed with some really nice screams here and there. Really strong performance from him. He's definitely not lost his touch. A couple of the other things that I picked out here. Track number 4, the title track, Peace Through Tyranny. I love the opening with this deep, gruff, all hail Megatron clip. And even part of the lyrics are, all hail Megatron repeated several times, which was really cool. And then at the end of the song, you hear an even deeper sounding, more gruffer sounding sound wave say, Laserbeak, kill them all. And you hear him answer with, with pleasure. That was just a total geek moment for me. It's like, as soon as I heard that, I just totally geeked out on that because, I grew up with the Transformers, and I've never hidden the fact that I am a giant geek, especially for 80s stuff. But the other thing I picked out is that this actually ends with a Terrorizer cover of the song Barely Alive. And honestly, I didn't even know about this song at all, because I looked through, I was like, is that off the, World Downfall? I couldn't remember. So I went and I looked through everything they had listed on the Metal Archives, and I could not find the song anywhere. I'm like, okay, how did I not know about this song? But actually, it comes off of the band's rehearsal demo from what is it, August 22nd of 1987, which was, you can only hear it as part of a 2 CD set called Before the Downfall, which I definitely need to pick up at some point. But yeah, totally unknown Terrorizer song to me, but I thought it sounded really badass, especially the way they played it. Yeah, overall, I was really impressed with this album. These guys are all vets of the death metal scene. As I said, their list of bands underneath each name is about that freaking long when you look at it. And yeah, these guys have been in some amazing bands, so they know what they're doing. This album is just, it's well written and executed. And honestly, there's not much let up once you hit play. Just 24 minutes of just pure kick-ass death grind. And honestly, at times, I couldn't help but get a Malevolent Creation vibe from some of these songs. You know, not only because Kyle is on the vocals, because, you know, he was on The Will to Kill and War Call, which The Will to Kill is one of my favorite Malevolent Creation albums. Not my total favorite, but I enjoyed it. But also, like I said, Dirk's double bass sound, especially when he does the blast beats and everything, really make me think of Malevolent Creation. Definitely a band to keep an eye on. I know I am definitely going to be seeing what these guys have in store for the future. But yeah, I give this a solid 9 out of 10. Go check out Kill Division. I will leave a link down below to their Bandcamp so you can check this out for yourself and pick up a copy. So yeah, that is going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. And until next time, stay brutal.